Good girl. Well, another day on the farm, and it's not looking real great. Mostly because rain, and loads of it. Unfortunately, we have about 300 acres total of bottom ground, and as you're gonna see, that bottom ground does not look all that great right now. Basically looks like a pond, or a small lake for that matter. Believe it or not, corn doesn't survive very well underneath those conditions. This is one of the neighbors' fields, but ours is just on the other side of this road, and it essentially looks the same. Water standing in the low ground, and when you get up into the high ground, there is a little bit of a stand left, but it doesn't look all that great. But at least it's there. Something's there. The rest of this looks like crop insurance to me. Oh, even the high ground doesn't look all that great. Like this. Look at all the water standing. At least there is a stand, but the grass is starting to come back, but it's too wet for us to spray anything, so thankfully it's just grass and not water hemp and mare's tail and stuff that's way harder to kill. Grass is pretty easy to kill, so even if it's a little while before we can get out here and spray, at least it's all gonna get killed off relatively easy. So shouldn't be that big of a deal if we can get to it in a timely manner. But I suppose we will wait and see on that, because the forecast is not looking too hot. So I'm just running around doing other odd jobs. Went for a run at the park just to kind of get out and get some exercise. I got to do something. I'm going to lose my mind if I know the weather's not looking all that great and all the fields look like this. Needless to say, I'm not really sleeping all that well at night. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope it gets better. Now, if you look real closely, what you'll see is the mud. This is the part that's bad. Right here. Bad. And that, also bad. Maybe I should go drive out in it and see if it's still solid. I think it would be a good idea. Like this. If I drove down to the lake, I don't imagine the boat ramps would look much different than that. Well, if it's too wet to farm, we find something else to do. Gonna do a little bit of shooting out here at the old private pond and cabin. And there's our guests. Hey, you wanna shoot a thing?
Sure, I got this thing today.
What's that? A bobber for your fishing pole?
Bobber for my gun, so I know when something's biting. Stick it in.
Boing, oing, oing, oing.
You can scope it in.
Hey, that's all manners of technology. Hey, dude.
You got that thing rolling?
No. Ready to shoot? Where'd your glasses go?
They're at home.
There you go. Ready to do a pew-pew thing? Play Fortnite in real life, Dad?
No.
I'll take a tour in here. Not the cleanest cabin in the world, but the old family setup. And this bad boy.
What's in here?
Skittles. We got loads of stuff. Let's pull them out. He has got a boatload of ammo in here.
Yeah.
Does it say? Oh, it's a Marlin.
Marlin? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's got a good scope on it, though. I just may pew 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 some stuff with that one.
Oh, it's so nice to have a good scope.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's a pretty high dollar scope. This one right here would defend America.
It's got a little DC-22 bullet on the end of the freaking ton of powder.
Yep. We got a little case with some goodies in it. Ho, 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 ho!
Is that 357 or 44?
Smith & Wesson 44 mag.
Yep.
With a true glow scope on it. Sweet Moses. That thing is a monstrosity. Alright, let's do some shooting.
Albino's probably over there. It's probably... Yeah, we saw the albino over there, but we're trying to get Evan a catfish. I'm just looking over here. I'm staring at this side, and if I find it, I'm going to say Evan fish on this side. It's staying over here.
Man, those things are getting big.
There was a chubby one. He was like this big. I caught one. It didn't hurt. This wide.
There you go. All right, you guys ready to do some shooting?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on up.
Don't touch your gun unless Brad or I hand it to you. Because we got to make sure we know who's got guns and what they're doing with them. One person at a time.
Got it? One person at a time. Anytime you have a gun and you're not shooting it, aim it at the ground.
Always at the ground. And always be careful where the barrel's pointing. Don't like accidentally turn and start talking to someone.
Yes. If you're turning or doing anything other than what you're aiming straight at,
Put it down at the ground.
down to the ground before you turn anywhere. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll finish that apple and we'll throw it out there and shoot it. Ooh! Here comes a fish floating up.
Yeah, that's why I'm not shooting in that direction.
Yeah.
You want to try it?
That thing is
Phew.
wow.
Yeah.
It's a big boy gun. Aim one at the trolling motor.
Let me flatten my tire on the back of my truck. To infinity and beyond.
Well, that's not loud at all.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
He's so close.
You got it.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
Sweet.
Yep, you're just a little bit high on the top one, but pretty close. Oh, yeah, that would have been dead on with the top one. Good job. Whoa! Whoa! We did okay, I guess. Couple little holes up here on the top. Down here. At least somebody hit it. I'd say it's a pretty safe bet it wasn't me. You want to do a shooty thing, Dad?
Yep, let's see what we can do.
Fire in the hole, Celtic myth.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be real bad. Well, that was real bad for sure.
Papa's gun not working right?
There we go.
Do it for this great nation of ours.
It's been a while since I've shot this gun.
Error.
Does it only have 5 bullets?
Yep. It ain't even a 6-shooter. There you go. Hit a few more than we did when it was over across the pond, so.
A little closer.
Hey, last round for today. We suck at shooting. Kind of real bad, Dad.
Yeah.
I can't say that I expected anything different.
I expected more from you.
That makes one of us. Well, that's it for the shooting today. And the fields are still gloomy and wet. It's gonna be a while before we get back to the farming stuff. Well, everything's still too wet. We're still waiting around. So we're stuck piddling around with little stuff. We switched the planter over to beans this morning, which is just a matter of moving some brushes around internally, moving some singulators back out of the way, and swapping from the corn discs to the bean discs. And it didn't take but a couple hours. It wasn't that big of a deal, but now it looks scummy outside, so I sprayed some Roundup up around my house, and I'd say it's time to see if I can get that darn weed eater started. And everything's half dead already. It's turned yellow, so I'm just gonna buzz it off with the trimmer. And then I got a backyard that's fenced in that doesn't ever really look all that great. The ground's uneven, but I'm trying to at least get it mowed so it looks decent. So I got low expectations, but I'm gonna do what I can to at least get it. And there is the dog taking a crap in the yard. Attaboy. Almost. Overwhelming success. Did you love it? Yeah, you did, puppy. I'll tell you what, for this being such a small little bike, it is a lot of fun. Well, it's time to do the big boy mowing, and I got a pretty big yard, but this is the monster that I've got to do it with, and she's a good one. It's a 72-inch deck, Skag Saber-Tooth Tiger. It's the turbo diesel engine, which they made another diesel one more recently, but it's not turboed. This is the older one that has the turbo on it, and supposedly that's the one you want out of the diesel options. And the thing is a beast. Cracked a couple piston heads a few years ago and completely overhauled the engine in our shop, so that wasn't real fun, but it's been running perfect since then, so that's good. Let's do a little more mowing. Well, got all the mowing done, and I officially made a mess out of this mower. Look at all that crap. She's a wee bit soggy. I left tracks absolutely everywhere I went, but hey, it's done. And there's rain coming in a day or two, so if not now, when? Gotta get it done. Well, that's the end of that work for today, and sorry I don't have much in the way of farming work to do, but when it's this wet, it's just not really an option. But I'm going to be getting some new music gear before too long, so I'll be horsing around with that a little bit. But until then, I'll try and end every video with some sort of song of some sort, just whatever music I've been working on recently. So I'll go ahead and stick on a stupid little music video that I made a couple weeks ago, and hope you enjoy it.
Help me. 12 inches. Help me. 12 inches. Help me. Directly underneath my mouth. Oh, God! 6 inches. Help me. 12 inches. Help me. 6 inches underneath my mouth. Oh, God!
Sometimes you like.
And now I'm going to move around a little.
Sometimes you like.
Help me.
Oh, God! Sometimes you like.
12 inches. Move around a little.
Sometimes you like.
6 inches. Help